way too excited today. Cause a mission has been accomplished today. Right. At the beginning of September, I think it was, because I think from memory he said that they were going to be up all for the duration of September. Ronnie Gurr, Mr. Hanging Around Books, had put out on social media these pictures of posters, like advertising poster / billboards around the city for his photo books, and some of them were of mine. I mean, there was some of Blue Nile. I think there might be a couple of Susie and the Banshees ones or something. There are different ones. Maybe there's a XTC one, I think. I'm not sure. But certainly there was a couple of Blue Nile ones and obviously some Mines ones. So, for me, I'm just like, yep, I gotta find where these are and go and pose with some. So, the other day, as a consequence of that, there was another post on Instagram of, I think it might have been the people who put the posters up, or oh, pardon me, sorry about that, or someone, anyway, but they had another picture, an alternate picture of the sort of double poster one. And I could gain just enough info from it. It said, what was the name of the chippy? Coral Island Chippy. And I'm like, right, I'm going to search for Coral Island Chippy and then I can work out where these are. So, Coral Island Chippy came up as a bit of a dud, and I don't know how I got to it, but it's next to Al Sultan Restaurant. And Al Sultan Restaurant is on Bridge Street, right near the subway station. And so I said to my friend Michelle, I think I've tracked some of these down, and they're on Bridge Street and they're near the South Sultan Restaurant, and we look like we can get there pretty easily enough on the subway. Do you want to go? And so she was like, yeah, no, we're gonna do it, kind of thing. And then, didn't know when we were gonna do it. And on the spur of the moment this morning, I just went, or maybe it was last night, I can't remember. No, it was this morning. I sort of went, there's nothing doing, the day will be good, maybe I should just head off in the afternoon into the city and find these things, and and then I just went, oh, hey, ask Michelle. I didn't know what she was up to, kind of thing, but I thought, well, might as well ask. She's got the free time, we can do it, be great. She was up for it, so we met at Bridge Street at 3:15, and it was the shortest walk, about 300 yards down from the station, and we see the Al Sultan Restaurant on the Coral Island Chippy, and then it's not obvious as you're walking down, because there's a bit of sort of the spandon bit of I don't know. I'm really struggling for words. It's it's just a bit of, oh God, why can I not express what it is? like just disbanded plot of land kind of thing, you know, not really used for anything. And it's got some fencing, and on the fencing there it was, and the fencing is like sort of backed away from the road a little bit, so as you're walking down past the restaurant it's not obvious at first until you get to the end of where the chippy is, and then you see the fencing and it's like, there they are. Of course, we arrive, and I will show pictures to show this. We arrive, and there had been roadworks going on nearby, and there had been like a disbanded sort of disbanded barriers and walkway that had made way for a pedestrian access bit along the road somewhere. Obviously, whoever it is, the council, I'm guessing, the council were just kind of like dumped the staff like within this bit, and so there are barriers like right up against the posters, and I'm like, that's not gonna make for a great photo op, is it? To have these barriers right in front of it, and the barriers were obscuring the information about the hanging around books. So I kind of lifted one a little bit, and I went, I'm gonna move these. I'm gonna move these because they're just, you know, we don't want to got to be here, and then we have these obstacles in our way, and, you know, making for unsightly kind of pictures. Sorry, I have a nail thing. So I just felt one, and I thought, wow, they kind of that plastic sort of thing. They weren't heavy. They weren't metal, so they didn't feel that heavy to lift up. So I went, okay, I'm just gonna you know, lift them up and move them over to another bit where they could. I felt terrible because then I was covering up an Isley Brothers billboard, just shifting them out the way. It was a bit precarious because there were the kind of yellow squares that make up a makeshift walkway that you sort of put across, you know, for a pedestrianised bit, and so all those like bits of squares of the walkway were stacked on top of each other, but they were very slippery. So I'm getting over there, and I'm getting a bit of the barrier, and I'm like slipping on the thing. And, yeah, it was a bit of fun. And the last barrier just seemed to be heavier than the rest. I don't know why. Like maybe that was the one that weighed the rest down or something, but it seemed a little bit heavier to lift. But I lifted them over, and I put them over there, and so we at least had a clear way, a clear bit to take photos and pose, and you'll see all the ones. I'll share them. I was doing stupid things like, you know, trying to kiss him and doing all my usual silly stuff. Yeah, and then we kind of went, oh, let's see if we can find any others. We thought there were ones down the Merchant Chippy, down in Merchant City. I was very Freudian. I obviously wasn't. Fish and chips were in the Merchant Chippy. So yeah, so we went down that way. That bit of the city was really busy, as I expected. So we just stayed masked up because it was pretty. You know, I mean, yes, Saturday in Glasgow, and there was a time when even a Saturday in Glasgow during the, well, I didn't actually go into the city for several weeks at the height of lockdown, but um, when the first part of the restrictions were lifting and I tentatively went down there, it would be busier, but it wasn't too bad. But I mean, it was pretty much just like any other Saturday in there today. It was, yeah, it was pretty damn busy. But we did find another one, which is on. Is it? I'm gonna get the name of the street wrong. Castle Riggs. Don't know. It's I think there's on the other end of like the strong gates there, and yeah, hang on, we'll have a look. I still gotta get my bearings around the places. I haven't explored it enough still. I don't know the names of the streets and things yet. Let me see. Excuse me, sorry. Maybe it's not that, I don't know. What is it? What is it? What is it? I wish someone could just, I'll just have to look at a map of the city because I'm not sure what it is. I know where I was. Sorry, bear with. I feel a fool for looking. And then of course I'm looking, going, you know what? We could have just. Well, the footage is on Facebook, the Facebook Live thing. So, but I realised looking back towards the city, that we met up at Bridge Street, but really we could have just walked down from bloody Jamaica Street and walked over the Clyde and we'd been there. But I suppose it was easier in the end to do it that way. The street. You're trying to find the street, woman. It is coming to me in a minute, any second now. It should be. There's John Gate. Where am I? Can't see it. I know I'm just saying new wind and old wind. It's making me laugh. I didn't know there were places called the streets called New Wind and Old Wind. Oh God, what is it? There we go. Candle rigs. It's on candle rigs. So yeah, it was down there. But actually, it was on. I think it's on the corner of Strongate and Candle Rigs. I think. Anyway, so it's down that way. And I thought we would find this other one. There's a standalone one that's the kind of hexagonal shape kind of thing wing. I don't know what those things are. They're like just kind of little obelisk things. Small obelisk. I mean, obelisk is meant to be a real tall, long thing, and mini obelisks. I don't know what they are. Maybe they were like old kiosks that don't get used anymore or something. I don't know, but they're around the city, and there is one somewhere. I think it's still somewhere around Merchant City somewhere that has another one on it. But we found a couple. I mean, the ones at Bridge Street are really, the two big twin posters, and they were really great to be able to get to and pose with. Also, the day has been fabulous. There's a beautiful sunset going on out there. It's glorious. It's another really stunning day. And as a result of that, instead of just like taking the train and getting into the city that way, I did a walk down. I walked. This is the on a good day, on a good day when it's nice to get out and walk and to get the exercise and to breathe the air. My route into the city usually sees me walking through, well, avoiding Saracen Street, but walking parallel to Postle Park and going down to the, not sure what the road is because it goes from Saracen Street and turns into something else, and I can't remember what it is, but anyway, it's otherwise the A789, I think. So I just walking down along that bit, get you down the canal by Spears Wharf, and just walk along Spears Wharf, and then there's a little kind of bit of park area, a little sort of wild bit, and there's steps that lead down, and the steps lead down to the underpass of the M8, and you just walk under the underpass and out the other side, and there's Calcutta Station. So that's usually the good route in, especially if you're wanting to go down to the West End. It's easiest to just take the walk and then end up at Calcaddon's and taking the subway. So did that today. Just walked down to Calcaddon's, took the subway to Bridge Street, was there in less than 10 minutes. And yeah, then I was like, construction site girl, moving the barriers out the way. Posing. Yeah, posing. I like posing. Not. Later in, there are some good ones. There's one that just makes it look like I'm going, God, I just really love his tits. Which, is true. We all know it. Eternal praise be to Sheila Rock. Oh, and some praise to Virginia. I mean, she got some good ones too. That she promised me. Well, no, she didn't promise me. She had piqued my interest tenfold by going, oh, I think I have pictures of him down to his pants. And I'm like, oh, damn. She didn't. I was disappointed. They were just topless. Just topless. I enjoyed them immeasurably anyway. Moving on. Yeah, so yeah, and the weather's been good. The walk down was great. The walk through the city wasn't so great at times. At least of all been from just the numbers of people around, but also because there seemed to be quite a bit of aggro on display. I thought we were getting some comments as we were walking around here and there, like just things people were saying. I thought I heard a few sort of mocking things of us, because we were walking around with our masks on. It was too busy. It was too busy through, say, from as we got to, well, Jamaica Street, the end of, and yeah, and into Argyle Street, and up Buchanan Street and all that, but through all that area and into Trongate and every, like, the all of that concentration bit of that, the city proper was just heaving. So I thought I was hearing the odd kind of like, why are you wearing a mask for? So like, you kind of go like, because you can't get out of people's way and you can't properly socially distance. That's why I'm wearing a mask. If it wasn't as bustling and it was easier to keep to the social distancing, fine. I don't tend to wear a mask outdoors. But if it's concentrated like it was today, yes, I will. I will keep it on, even outdoors. So, yeah, it seemed like there were a few pot shots going on. Just here and there, just hearing the odd, voice going, hey, you're wearing a mask. And you're like, yeah, I am. Because of an idiot like you. I wouldn't trust you as far as I can kick you, and that's why I'm keeping this on. Couple other things I overheard as well, which weren't great. The world is in turmoil, It's not good. It's a bit scary, really, sometimes. Everything seems quite fractured. But you can't let it get you down, can you? You just have to think, well, that'll be good. That'll be good sometime, somewhere, and people will, that's all that stuff that at the beginning it was like, clap for NHS workers and all that, and there seemed like when it first hit, we were all very conscious of looking out for each other and that, and just over the weeks it's just seemed to have gone like, it's just like a rebellion has happened. Like, I don't know, I suppose it's just because people are tired of doing the things that need to be done and stuff. But you friggin' suck it up. Like, just deal with it, So now it just seems like it's getting progressively like this idiot mentality of people going, oh, it's a conspiracy theory and the government are trying to like turn us into whatever, and I don't know, and there's this people just talking that, like, people who want to be socially conscious and do the right thing are somehow now sheeple and manipulated by, this crap, and it's all a hoax, and it's just, you go, is it a hoax? You tell the people who have lost their loved ones from this damn thing that it's all a hoax. Go on, off you go. Like, it's just... Anyway, I'm turning something that was really, really wonderful today into something that's not so great just because of one tiny little aspect that just brought it a bit down. Got to move on from that, don't you? Looking forward to actually having those masks. Yeah, I'll be fangirling all the time now, every day. I'm contemplating doing the fangirling thing with the posters, and then I thought, oh, I might just be a little bit overload given the past couple of days. I'll just wear I'll be like tigress. I mean, you see it in the pictures anyway, but as she is. Oh, look, I look like I've got an extra nipple there. I say she, it's probably he. I loved this when I saw this. I just went, oh, I gotta have this. Look at this. How amazing is this jumper? It's awesome. It's so good. Just, need a breast reduction by about 75% and it'll be great. I've never wanted any work, any like surgery or anything, but if I could have if I could have a breast reduction, I'd freaking go for it. Honestly. Nobody needs tests this big. Nobody. I don't want them. I really don't want them. I used to say, but it's even more so now. People do the pen test, whether you can keep a pen under there. I would keep a whole pencil case. I would probably keep a friggin' rucksack under. Carry my shopping home. Oh God. I was gonna do that, but I'm carry my iPad on there. Oh God. Yeah. I'm a real catch. Anyway, it's 28 minutes past. I probably really wanted to talk about something else. I have no idea that's escaped me, but anyway, just wanted to share the excitement of today and the little fangirling adventure. Oh yeah, we also did that too. Oh, I didn't know that the park just down from Barrows is the park that has all the thing. So we went through there and we were looking through the names and everything, and we actually did go up to Barrows. Lights weren't on, but took some pictures anyway. So it was like a little, it was a little Simple Minds haunt today. I did say to Michelle at one point, all we need to do now is just catch a bus to Tory Glen and have done with it. Just complete the whole thing. Well, we didn't do that. We didn't end up going to Tory Glen. Anyway, that's that for today. So I might end up cutting these eventually. Who knows? I don't know. We'll see. I'm writing stuff and I'm happy about it. So